now knows where Concorde lives. Now Monty isn't giving us Concorde. Isn't that the better argument to put forward? Doesn't that make like Monty? That makes Monty look like he's actually protecting Concorde.
Let me tell you something, and this is something that I've learned. A Muslim who goes to someone's house and does whatever because they're desecrating the Quran will not be seen as a bad person in their community. They'll be treated as a hero. So if they did that, they would do it. If they had his address, they would have rolled up on him. I'm telling you straight now. They would not. Even they would even go prison for it. I'll tell you that straight now.
I agree. But maybe in this case, because some individuals might not be too serious about, getting, revenge for the Quran and so on, right? Which I hope that's kind of not the case, because I'd hope that they all love their dharam, that they wouldn't care whether they go to prison or not. But it could be a case that, look, maybe let's test Monty. If I was going to do this, if I had someone's address, I'd be like, okay, here's the address. Go find your banda. Go produce your banda. Go get him. Because now I'm testing whether the banda that I've given that information to, whether he's going to pull up and whether he's going to do something with that. And the fact of the matter is, they withheld information from Monty. They blanked Monty. They aired Monty. If they were going to jump Monty, they would have done it. If they wanted to say that Monty didn't pull up, they can show any other bloody road picture. Look, Monty's not here. We pulled up on the address as well. But Monty's not here. We pulled up. They could have done anything. The narrative is the same.
Did Monty have proof that he went to that road?
Yeah.
All right, so he turned up. He cannot. Turned up.
He's on the road.
No one reasonably could expect somebody to just have a road. There could be 50 houses on a road, and then to knock on every door to find someone. You need a number as well. Otherwise, it's not like it's worthless, but it's almost like pointless to give just the road. To be honest, you get up to a point.
And that's my point. That's my point. Why have they withheld? Whoever it is, and then, well, by the way, there's other people that tried to then blame, or they said to Monty, oh no, Khalifa's got the door number. Khalifa's the one that's not giving it to us. All we got is the road name. So what they're doing is sort of blaming someone else on it and saying that we got this part of the address. They're playing fucking games. So the idea is
playing games.
So either they got the address and they're withholding the information, or this is a fucking joke to them.
Look, if they got their address, and they're withholding information, then they don't love their religion.
Listen, they clearly know.
Exactly. That's simple as that. They don't love their religion, so they lie.
No, listen, they clearly know Concorde does not live there. They clearly know that.
Hold on, Karku. But then the issue is, right? Why would they then say today on a live that we can't trust Saddam because he's a sellout? FEMA boss said that. On what do you call it? Who's Scottish? Who changed his name?
No. Let me tell you why they can't. Let me tell you why they can't trust Saddam. There's a guy in the chat that called Rafidi Commander, and he can confirm this. He's a Shia. They hate Shias. It's as simple as that. They do not trust. So let me just Reverend. Let me say. When I used to go to Speaker's Corner, the biggest enemy to Tune, Luton, Doggett was not Christians, was not the Jays, was not the Sikhs, it was Shias. And this guy that was in the Rafidi Commander that's in the chat can testify to that these guys hate Shias. They don't trust Shias as far as you can throw them. That's why they don't trust him. That's it. Because he's a Shia. And I didn't know he's a Shia until a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, but it doesn't help. It doesn't help that he's obviously trying to resolve matters in it between the two communities.
Yeah. So for him, they don't trust him because he's trying to be fair. They don't trust him because he's independent thinking, and they don't trust him because now he's outwardly saying he's a Shia. Simple as that.
But that's the thing. This is the same banda that's trying to stop it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the part I don't understand, Faji. He's the guy, and there's other Muslim brothers, right? There's other Muslims that are trying
like King
to
Wills and a
legitimately
couple of people that are being fair.
And it's like, why would you say to someone or say to your other Muslim, brothers or sisters, don't trust this Muslim because he's trying to stop desecration. You're calling him a sellout because he's trying to stop the desecration of the Quran that you love so dearly. How is he a sellout? He'll be a sellout if he was trying to sort of say to us, no, keep doing what you're doing. He'll be a sellout if Saddam or any of these other guys were saying, no, do the desecrations, no, F these guys and do what you guys want. He'll be a sellout if he was withholding information and not passing it through. But he's passing information to say that, look, here's an address, go get him. Right?
No, I'm going to say it straight. I'm going to say it straight. Yeah.
Go get your fucking guy.
I'm going to say it straight. I'm going to say it straight.
Hold on, Raj. We want you. What they should have said to what Saddam or the conversation between Saddam and Monty should have been, and I'm assuming it is that you go out, you get your banda, and you bloody produce him to us. Teri zimmevari hai hon. Right? Because we've given you, and you know what? That would have worked in these guys' favor, because then if Monty did not produce, then it shows Monty's protecting. But the fact of the matter is,
it's as simple as this, Redrum.
Monty stood there, Monty asked for the information, they withheld the information, they then started playing games saying, we don't know this, Khalifa's got this. Khalifa was saying in the comments, I don't know what the hell you guys talking about. So they're blaming and passing the buck on, and what it appears to be is that these guys are not serious about stopping this Gustaki. These guys are more bothered about their stupid lives and trying to deflect it onto their own lives and taps and all this other bullshit, right? And what they're trying to do is sort of keep the Gustaki happening because it keeps these low lives relevant.
Redrum, either they're lying about it or they're cowards. If you haven't got
which one's better? Which one's better?
That's the thing,
bro?
though. If they're lying about it, yeah, all right. But if you're a coward, you got a man's address who has openly been desecrating your Quran for years, and you've done nothing. Nothing.
Exactly.
What are you trying to tell me? Are you trying to tell me you're cowards? You're PUWSYs? It's embarrassing. First time I've heard this. I didn't know. So they're either lying or they're cowards. Both are bad, isn't it?
Exactly. They're bad as each other in that respect. And like I said, to say to another Muslim, bro, like honestly, I find it actually depressing, to be honest, because I'm trying my hardest to stop this. Right? I'm trying my hardest to put pressure onto people to stop Gustaki from happening.
You're doing a good job, though. So, you know,
right? No, the Maharaj, all of this in Maharaj, Jo Maharaj karta is good, Now, I'm, trying my hardest here. And there's people that are trying their hardest. If someone turns around to you, Raj, and says to you, Raj, tomorrow, hey, don't trust Red Rum, because you know what? He's a sellout. He's trying to stop this stuff. You won't be like, who the...
Nah, let me say something. Red Rum's the number one Sikh soldier behind the scenes as well, man.
Exactly. Are you going to say, stop him because he's stopping Gutke's house from being defecated on, they're getting desecrated?
No, listen, you're doing what's right. It doesn't matter what anyone else says.
So to stop another Muslim,
wrong is wrong.
To stop another Muslim and call him a sellout because he's trying to stop desecration is fucked up, bro.
Who are you talking about? What?
Female boss. She went on the live, and Baba Yaga said, no, Saddam's my boy. He's not a sellout. I'll give him credit for that, because I'm not going to sort of say they all. But I think it was IYI Scottish was there. The mood was there. They remained kind of silent. The video will be out tomorrow.
Yeah, let it be out. But I knew this was going to happen. Hold on.
Trust
Red Rum. The minute I found out that he was a Shia, I knew this hatred would start coming. I knew straight, because this is what anybody knows from Speaker's Corner's time. I knew straight away. I even said to Saddam privately, I said, they're going to turn on you, because they will see everything now about Saddam through a lens of him being a Shia. Yeah. And nothing else. Everything he does. So if he's, defending, trying to be fair, it's because he's a Shia. If he's trying to stop the Qurans being desecrated by saying, okay, we need to stop these particular channels like IYI, he'll say, it's because this. I said that before. It's because they're now seeing him as only they got like when they got goggles on, they just see him as a Shia now. And I knew that was going to happen anyway, myself personally, because I know these guys hate Shias. So, do you know, the dog
Shia thing that important though, bro?
Yes.
Honestly, I don't know much of the history.
Yes. The Shia thing, when we used to have these lives like this, right? The lives were number one about Sufis and Shias, right? Not even about Sikhs, not even about Christians. I'm not joking. Dogged and them lot used to put up, there never used to be memes then or like AI, but they used to do these pictures, and they used to put up the pictures about Shias, you know, when they're whipping themselves and all this kind of stuff, mocking them, right? The other thing, they used to play a song called Shia Kafir, Shia Kafir. It used to be on repeat, and it was in Urdu, so I didn't understand it. One of the Shias translated it for me. And when I read it, it was about taking the tongues out of the Shias. The Shias are the worst of creatures. The Shias should be unalived. So don't get it twisted in any way. The only reason they don't say nothing to Saddam, because they're scared of him.
Yeah.
Every other Shia I've seen, these Dogged, Luton, Tunen, interact with Shias, they show more hatred towards them than any other group I've ever seen.
I didn't know.
Even at Speaker's Corner, the most fights that used to happen were against Shias, Sunnis versus Shias.
He's right.
Remember they chased Shia Blade Runner around the park.
Yeah, they did.
Another guy Shia used to get. He's been attacked like 40 times down there. They call him kuffar, saying that they're worse than anything. So this is the thing. They hate the Shias. They cannot stand them. Yeah. And I even spoke to Saddam privately. I said, listen here, man, trust me. I don't want to say this, but you know, they're going to turn on you. I said it. I remember saying it a couple of months ago when I found out Shia Blade Runner became Sunni now. No
way.
No way. That's a lie. No, you're talking about Raza, his brother.
What, he's become Sunni.
No, he hasn't become a Sunni. He's become. They used to be I think they were kind of like hardcore Shias, right? And now they're more moderate Shias. So the hardcore Shias, I think they're called 12ers or something, and he used to be one of those. Now what they are, they're just kind of more moderate. So the guy in the chat called Rafidi Commander, he could testify. It's so weird that he come into there because Rafidi, you know what Rafidi is?
No, I don't know much about
Rafidi to Sunnis is the worst type of Shia. It's an insult. They call them Rafidis, right? Because they see them as the worst enemies of Sunni. So he used to call himself Rafidi Commander, meaning he's the head of those guys. And he was on the chat just earlier.
That's why Saddam's changed it to Rafidi as well, isn't it?
Yeah, he's changed to Rafidi because Rafidi is supposed to be an insult. So it's like calling someone a Tukkan, innit? And then you call yourself Tukkan this. You've taken the word, innit? So why do you think Saddam now calls himself Rafidi? And there's a good guy in the chat that can testify called Rafidi Commander. He used to be their number one enemy.
You got Dogged Wagner's about everyone's.
So this is it. They're getting triggered. Because you know one of the. Let me explain what the problem was. This, right? Look, when I used to go to Speaker's Corner, they would be calling everyone Islamophobes, right? And then I started seeing, hold on a second, the most amount of hatred I've seen towards any group was from the Sunnis to the Shias. Not only were they abusing them all the time, mocking them, calling for their harm, they used to show more Islamophobia towards Shias than to any other group. So I said, you know the hypocrisy. This is what I'm talking about, the hypocrisy. It's like you're calling for, Shias to be unalived, and then you're saying that everybody else is Islamophobic, but you're being Islamophobic to your own Muslim brothers because they don't believe in exactly what you believe in. And they're scared of this. I'm going to say it straight. You could say I'm shit stirring. I don't care. You can clip this. You can send it everywhere. You're scared of Saddam. Darde. Saddam must be some bad man in real life because every time you used to go about Shias, you would be rinsing them, mocking them, threatening them. The only Shia that I've seen that you guys are chop and like you're sitting hanji is Saddam. So big up Saddam. Whoever you are in real life, you must be some bad man. Because these guys normally, always talking crap about Shias. And now, they don't say nothing. Chop ho gaya.
See, I thought
bring Saddam up. I'll tell him the truth about you guys. Because remember Luton. Actually, I still got videos. I might go back on my YouTube channel because people will say, I still got videos of me talking about this around 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Where you lot on Serfaz's channel. Remember Serfaz? Luton used to be on there. Tunebacker used to be on there. Doggett used to be on there. And you guys used to always have pictures mocking Shias. Yeah, all the time, and Sufis as well up to a point. It was always the Shias in mud, Shias being whipped, and then you used to always play that song, Shia Kafa, and in that song, when it was translated, it was calling to pull out the tongues of Shias, saying that the Shias are the worst, Shias are this, and all that kind of stuff. And now, chup chop hoge, they're like all quiet now because they're scared of Saddam.
How you doing, lads? How you doing?
Oh, good, man. How are you?
I'm good. I just wanted to point out something funny, yeah. You know, Red Rum, ever since you started doing this, yeah, have you noticed that they're trying to mirror your life patterns? I find it quite interesting.
Is this? You sound like someone.
Baby, innit? It's baby.
Yeah.
Baby.
Going on. But yeah, go on. Who's trying to mirror what?
Yeah, you know, like the inbred squad, right? Yeah. They're mirroring your live schedule.
Oh, is it?
I can't lie, because like as soon as you guys started getting onto the topic, as soon as you moved away from Concorde and Monty, that's when Khalifa started his live.
Fair enough. Look. You know what it is. Look. I'm not here for a pitching contest. I'm not here to sort of see what they say. I'm here to try to make peace here, like legitimately. I'm honestly, you know, from pure sincerity, trying to stop this.
That's the thing, right? That's what makes us better than them. You know why? Because they start their lives. They start their lives to make a point. Yeah. While these lives are being held to actually just settle things down.
So are they listening right now? Are they listening right now? Can I say something? Let me say this. You guys are pussies. You got Concorde's address. You done nothing.
Bro, you know what?
What are you? Joy?
Bro, do you want to hear something funny?
You got Concorde's address. I didn't even know this. You got his address. You done nothing.
Bro, you want to hear something funny?
Are you actual Muslims or not? Why are you not rolled up on the man?
Hey, Rod, you want to hear something funny? Right, every single live, that I've seen of theirs, as soon as you mention Mutta marriage, they block you, they mute you, because they don't want to hear that, right? They're just doing this for attention. They don't care. I personally believe they don't care about the end results. They're just doing this for the clout.
Yeah, they got no life. That's why, man.
No. What we're seeing is that, look, obviously, what they've seen and what they've experienced, the same thing with what people on the Sikh side have seen and experienced in terms of Biadabi and Gustaki taking place. Everyone has their own ways of reacting, and you know, there's a lot of people going through a lot of legitimate pain. Right now, I've seen so many crazy things, wild things happen to our Gutke Sahibs, but rather than me reacting the way, let's just say, some other individuals are reacting, I'm like, look, I gotta put a stop to this. I'm gonna do what I can, and this is the last attempt, because I left other people to try and do something. So I thought, you know what, look, I'm gonna do it myself, sort of thing, And luckily, Banda said to me that, look, I'm gonna give you 2 months. I'm gonna stop any desecration in the UK. I was at Tikia, and he's like, I want them to stop the BRDB in the UK in terms of physical death. So even that Banda knows that, you know what, these accounts, these comments, these names, that type of shit's gonna happen. You know, but I want the physical aspect, because there's only a handful of, not even a handful, there's 2-3 Monday in the UK that are physically doing Biadabi of the Gutka Sahibs, right? And the Gutka Sahib is the same equivalence to us as Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. These guys want to make it separate.
Yeah, I mean, they're so dumb, right? The Gutke is basically parts of the Sri Guru Granth Sahib in kind of compact sizes, right? So we can do the part and stuff. So this kind of situation, like, you know, before we had the Sri Guru Granth Sahib in my house, we had the Gutke in it. And then when we get a Gurkha to the Gurdwara, we still the Gurkha Sahib, the Gurdwara, we still had the Gurkha, we still do our part in it. And so they know this. They're playing dumb in it. It's still our Sikh scriptures. It's not any less than someone doing it to the Sri Gurkha Sahib.
Our satkar and our respect is the same, right? It's always going to be the same. I know we bow down to the knowledge that's in the Bani, that's in front of us, right? But the problem that and it's really weird and sad for me, right? What I'm seeing is, over the last 5 days, right? We're on day number 6 now of hopefully the Quran not getting desecrated in the UK. I just want to highlight that. Now, what we're finding is that there's certain individuals that are trying to stop this from happening. Legitimate Muslim brothers that are trying to stop the Quran from getting desecrated. And they are now labeled as sellouts. How can you call a Muslim that's trying to stop this a seller? Because you know, and
what? So you need to say the name though. You need to say the name. What Muslim?
Yes, Saddam.
Because right? Saddam is a Shia. No. You need to understand. No, Red Rum. I know these guys for a long time, right?
Hold on. What? They also tried to throw Khalifa under the bus.
I warned Saddam about this. It was always going to come to a point where once they found, because I didn't know he was a Shia. Once they found he was a Shia, as soon as I found he was a Shia, I knew 100% dog would hate Shias.